my name's Panache. I am an artist. I go by the name Baby Panna, and yeah, I make music.
My name is Joseph. I am a writer. I currently work at Esquire. I'm the assistant editor there.
When I was 12, I was constantly drumming on things with pencils, like annoying my neighbors, my parents. And yeah, from that point, I just started getting like ideas for beats in my head. And I'd think, okay, these are cool beats. And like, I'd think, what would my favorite rappers sound like if they rapped on those beats? And over time, I had this epiphany came to me where it was like, oh, if I know what the beats would sound like and what the rapper would sound like on them, I might as well start writing them. And then, yeah, it just felt like my calling from there. And the calling got so loud that I had to drop out of uni and pursue it. And lo and behold, I'm here.
I grew up on books. I was a massive, like, kind of bookworm. I used to go to the library and do these challenges. I don't know if that's like a nationwide thing, but in my local library, they used to kind of do this, like, I think you get like a reward every week if you read a book, which obviously really stimulated me to continue reading.
Yeah.
But I was always imaginative. I wrote an article about watches the other day, and I started off saying that there was the trio of watches, and I said it was like the supreme kind of collection, and that use of the word supreme reminded me of the Supremes, and I ended it saying something about them just keeping you hanging on.
Yeah.
Referencing the song from the Supremes, but most people won't get that. It'll go over their head. But it was kind of for me. I was saying before that it just has to hook me from the beginning. If I was the reader, like, how could I be hooked from the beginning? And in this like world of AI and stuff, that is the way that I'm going to stand out, is that I'm not going to be writing in the typical way.
I think the beat's always there first. That's what I write on a beat if I feel like I have to. It's like, this beat is like, it just needs to be written to. It's just sick. And then, yeah, the rest just comes.
For me, it's important to have rhythm in an article, and I can see it in other people's work. I've spoken to other writers about this, and I don't think that they see it in the same way that I do.
With me, artistry is such a thing that's like connected to the subconscious, where it's like, I think if you like a song, you don't like it because the melody's catchy or the lyrics are catchy, especially if you're into the lyrics. I think that artist has taken something from their subconscious, put it out there, and it's relating to something within you.
Yeah, that's like a really beautiful thing. I sometimes feel that about films as well. I don't know about yourself, but I don't know, like, I'm emotionally connected to it way more than maybe another audience member.
I think cockiness is centered in things that are outside of you, and self-belief is just internal. And I think any reason that I believe I can convert a crowd is because I've seen myself do it enough times. And any reason that I believe my music is good, or that I'm on a path to somewhere big, is because I've paid enough attention around me to see how fortunate things have been for me. I'm thinking, like, this entire tour I just did, I don't have a booking agent. People just reached out to me enough in a short amount of time that I could be like, oh, this is a tour, and I announced it. So it's like, I think those moments have just given me enough data to firmly believe that someone's looking out for me. And that's all internal.
You never know the first article that someone's going to come across with your name on. If you search me now, it might not be the first one that I wanted you to click on, would be the one that you clicked on. If you have an album, you have to believe in every single song.
Yeah.
Because for me, if I write a story, even if it's like something, it's supposed to be something quick, which I do struggle with being quick, but everything has to be of a certain standard.
I try to challenge myself with everything I do. If I don't find it hard, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you can't be in the comfort zone.
No, not at all. Like, my next show has to be more complex and more of a headache than the last one. Otherwise, it's like, what's the point?
And actually, I love having conversations with like people who are in their like 50s and 60s who have done what I've done all the time, and they're still learning. And I just think you're always going to be learning. And one thing that keeps me going is just culture.